Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Put a Ring on It, Season 4, Episode 7, Family Ties. And I think the episodes are getting better and better, so let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, but real quick before we do, y'all know this is a growing channel. If you've been here before, definitely help me out by hitting the subscribe button. Like, what are we waiting for? You're gonna love it here. Definitely like the video. If you're new and you enjoy the content, check out my other videos and be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, so we pick up with Dr. Stacii basically trying to force Ricky to care about Catherine going on dates. Like, I really like Catherine, but this man, he don't care. He looks at her like a friend. Like, I'm standing on what I said. So I feel like he told the truth the first time when he said he didn't feel a way about her going on these dates. And I think Dr. Stacey should have left it alone instead of trying to pull something out of him that might not even be there. Catherine said she's going to go out with Marcus again. Ricky will not be going out with Sheila anymore. He sees her as more as a friend. I feel like I picked up on that on their last date. So, seemed like he just look at everybody like a friend. Jasha said his date with Brittany was, just something he wasn't into. She was doing the most, and he didn't like that. So he won't be going out with her again. She did do the most, but she did the most on the first date as well. So I'm like, why is it bothering you this time, but it didn't bother you the first time? Joya says she absolutely will not be going out with Jacoby again. I only got to get into it. It's for obvious reasons. Oh, my mic is just. There we go. Jasmine said her feelings were hurt when Zay complimented his date. He apologized, and neither Zay or Jasmine will be going on second dates. Dr. Stacey will meet with Catherine and Ricky this week, and they'll also be meeting. Some of them will meet with their family members. Um, During the car ride home, Joya shows her jealous side again, and it's like she felt away. Like, I felt away when you were rubbing on her hips and stuff when you were on a date with Brittany. He's not going on another date with her, so I mean, at this point, does it even matter? Like, just leave it be, or this process isn't for you. So Jasmine is talking to her mom and her little brother. She explains the process, and her mom thinks that they do need therapy. Mom says Jasmine is controlling. And I'm like, okay, I already see where this is going. Mama love her, hopefully soon to be son-in-law. Jasmine said the promise ring was embarrassing. Now, Mama is acting like Jasmine's wrong for feeling away and said that's a big step for him. Ma'am, they are pushing 40 years old, okay? Might already be in it. I think, I don't know. And now you trying to say that might be a big step for this full grown man? They are not in high school, okay? A promise ring at this grown age is just flat out unacceptable. Like, don't give me no ring unless you proposing, you're upgrading the ring I already have, or after we marry, you can gift me with just meaningless rings. But don't be getting on your knee, causing a scene in front of everybody, talking about this is a promise for what? No, Jasmine's right for feeling the way she feels, and you can't tell her not to feel how she was embarrassed. She was embarrassed, Mama. You can't tell her she can't feel embarrassed. That's how she felt, and she might not tell you nothing else if you keep on. Jasmine said, "Listen, he can put a ring on it, or it's over. That's the name of the show." Jasmine mom calls her insecure, and I just think Mama is giving terrible advice. Please don't listen to Mama. Girl, listen to your own thoughts, your own mind, your own heart. It's been 3 years, 2 to 3 years, however long they've been together. It's been long enough. If he don't know by now, don't waste no more time. Mom does say that Jasmine's valuable. That's true. And if Zay doesn't see it, then that's his loss. Finally, something. I mean, I guess we got to take crumbs from Mama at this point. She also said he needs more time. Time waits for no man. It's been long enough. So Catherine meets with her dad and grandmother. She says her parents had her when they were in high school, and the dad went to the military, so she didn't meet him until she was 14. um, he was unable to fly back at any point for 14 years. Where was grandma for them 13 to 14 years? None of his family was around for all that time. Okay. Well, I guess this is only an hour show. We don't have enough time to dig deep and delve into it. So, Catherine looks really pretty, by the way. And shout out to you, Catherine. She checked out my review last week. She left a comment. I definitely appreciate the love and the feedback from her. I posted it on my community tab. So, what are you waiting for? If you aren't checking out the reviews, what are you doing? Even the people on the show is checking out their review, okay? Anywho, she says she never had an opportunity to feel like a child, and she doesn't like asking for things because she feels like it's just putting too much on people, like it's just doing too much, and that's sad. That's very unfortunate. I don't like asking people for things either at this big grown age, but it's like the fact that you just never even had the chance to feel safe as a child is just wow. She's really taking the process seriously and being extremely vulnerable. In her confessional, Catherine said women not having fathers in their lives affects their relationships with men. And she said, especially with a great man like Ricky. We got to, maybe I got to get to know Ricky a little more first. Because what are you talking about? But I understand what she's saying. But then she lost me at the end there. I'm just going to, but if you watched my reviews before, you know how much I love my dad. We got a great relationship. And I still don't make good decisions when picking these men, child. I don't know. I don't know. The options is just, but I definitely see how it can play a part in how you handle relationships as an adult, because you have to go off what you see. Your parents can tell you whatever, but really you're going to go off of what they're teaching you. Her dad asks about her mom. She says her mom never acted like a mom because she had her so young. She was like, Ricky and he ain't really feeling Ernestine. I guess that's her mama's name. And she just cried a lot in this scene and in this entire episode. So Dr. Stacii comes to Ricky and Catherine's family home. And Dr. Stacii always looked fly. You hear me? So Dr. Stacii expresses that she was surprised to see Catherine, really go off on Ricky the way she did. And she feels like it's a learned behavior from survival mode. Catherine agrees, and they agree to call her alter ego Smokey. And she says Smokey is from her upbringing. Ricky said he also gets loud, and that triggers Catherine. And Dr. Stacii was caught off guard. She was like, "Oh, you get loud? Yeah, I can see it. It's because he's quiet right now. If you poke somebody enough, they gonna poke a bear. He gonna react." So Dr. Stacii suggests Ricky write down his feelings and share them to her, and he don't seem like he really want to do it. He obliged, but it was looking like he didn't really want to, but he just said okay, just for the sake of saying okay. Catherine is in tears again, and she says she doesn't like how she speaks to him. I know I said before, I was like, I don't know if they're a real couple. I do think, now at this point they're a real couple, or at least it's real for Catherine. And Ricky really needs to step up. First, by getting them out of his mama's house. Second, by not staying at your ex-wife's house no more. And third, what are you doing? You putting a ring on it? What you doing? Don't be stringing Catherine along now. So, Joya goes on. They both got things to work on. But anyway, back to Joya. Joya goes on a date with Luther from Indiana. And they clicking right away. They ordered the same things. They're like, we ordered the same food, same drink. Y'all ordered water. And why did y'all order water? What's going on with the budget on? I can't have me a little drinky drink. I gotta drink water. If that's what y'all wanted, I'm just saying, y'all paying for it, I'm gonna get me a nice little drink. But anyway, that's just me being greedy. So, the conversation is just flowing. They're flirting, and they get to the sexuals of it all. And I think for her, it's just I think if she just is attracted to a man or interested, it's easy. She's a natural flirt. Even if she ain't really interested, it may come off as flirtatious to the man. She giving false hope because she just has a way with words. She be spitting that game. But they both said they like flamingos, and in this moment, I can see him getting a second date. I just wish she would have talked about kids more. Maybe she did, and they cut it out. But you know what happened over there with the last date. I just want to make sure that her and this date are on the same page. So Zay goes on a date with Kenyatta, a flight attendant who's born and raised from Atlanta. She's a Georgia peach. Zay is fascinated because he wants to be a pilot. So he claims. I don't know if he's putting anything behind it or, you know. I feel like I just see friendship between the two, but, you know, he's intrigued. She got his attention enough that he, you know, later on decides if he wants to go on a second date with her or not. So we'll watch to the end. So the couples meet with Dr. Stacii, and we start with Zay and Jasmine. Jasmine discusses her conversation with her mom and says her mom feels like she's the problem. And Zay makes it clear that Jasmine is not the problem, that he's the problem. You ain't got to convince us, we know. I don't know why mama turning a blind eye. So Jasmine, she's feeling a little insecure about Zay's date because she's a flight attendant. She know that's what he like. That's his cup of tea. That's his thing. But Zay is going to go on a second date with Kenyatta. Catherine explains that she dived deep with her conversation with her dad, and Dr. Stacii commends her for, you know, really getting to the root of it and digging deep on things. And she's just been teary-eyed all episode, so I hope there's some healing going on behind those tears. I'm glad she opened up as well. Joya met with her sister. I didn't even mention this because it was a little boring. Like, it wasn't really nothing going on. But she said that prior to being with Jasha, she didn't want a marriage. She didn't want marriage or kids. It's funny that she said she didn't want marriage or kids, that she already has a kid. I would have said I didn't want more kids, but whatever. I mean, it's just the wording of it all. But she said she didn't want that, and you know, she's obviously serious if she feels this way about this man. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. I feel like she probably always wanted this, hence why she has a child already. I mean, sometimes things just happen. But I think she always wanted a family and marriage, and maybe she just never felt safe, like safe with whoever she was with in the past to express that. But, I mean, you know, I'm just assuming that's just what I was thinking. I don't know. But she said her sister was like, well, if you saying all that about this man, then you serious, like you ready. Joya talks about how much she had in common with her date. Jason just rolling his eyes. I was like, not you. Usually cool as a cucumber, sweating a little bit. But I mean, we already can tell these two aren't going to get engaged. Like, it just every season. I would be surprised if anybody didn't get engaged. So Dr. Stacii asks if Luther's getting a second date. That's where the episode ends. We have a cliffhanger, but not really, because in the preview for next week, we see that she going out with Luther again. So, I mean, where's the shock? Like, what's the point of the suspense? But that's neither here nor there. Y'all let me know if y'all checked out this episode. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't you click off and forget to subscribe now. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.